Tough act to follow. Good morning, Kingswood Church. I like the ba, 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 ba move there. Really cool. Let's give the kids one more hand and thank them for offering their gifts. So cool. Hey, we're in week number 3 of a series of messages called Headspace. We're looking at what the Bible has to say about our mental health and our minds. And we started out in week 1 talking about how the fact that we even have a mind is part of the Imago Dei, the image of God, is part of God's character that He shares with us. And so our minds are made for great things, made to connect us with God and one another. But like all of our human existence, right, they're subject to frailty and sin and darkness. And so we gotta keep it healthy, friends. We gotta watch over our minds like any other great tool that has been given to us. We've got to maintain it well. We've got to keep it in a healthy space. So that's what we're talking about in this series. Whitney brought in week number 2 last week, talking about prayer. I was thinking about that old PSA commercial. This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. An egg and a fried egg. And I want to do that in reverse. We're the fried egg right now, and then God bringing us wholeness, in prayer. And so that was a good reminder. And today I want to tackle a topic that I think is going to hit all of us right where we live. This isn't one of those out there kind of thing. Isn't it horrible that's going on out there? This is something that's going on with each of us, and that is the topic of anxiety and the biblical admonition to be anxious for nothing. I said this 2 weeks ago. I'll say it again. I've been in ministry a long time, and so 25 years ago, it seemed like the malady that people were complaining about with their minds, or the concern that they would bring to me as a pastor, is the topic of depression. And it's not that depression has gone away, but I think it's just, I hear it from lots of different sources, and I think it's absolutely true that the malady of our culture today is anxiety. I think that is the presenting issue of the culture in which we live, is anxiety. And like I said, that's not like an out there thing. It's like Pastor Chris deals with this, you deal with this. It's part of our lives. And so we're going to dive into it this week. We live in some ways, the greatest time to ever be alive. I mean, in terms of comfort, convenience, and access to information, the emperors of old would love to trade places with us, right? In the ways that we have comfort and convenience and in some ways connection. But it's also true that the same things that have made us more connected, like our technology and the phone that's in your pocket or purse right now, is somehow making us lonelier, more isolated, more disconnected. And I really get the sense that we are all guinea pigs right now, because we live in a way that no other group of humans ever lived before. And we're not quite sure what this is doing to our brains, what this is doing to our children, what this is doing to our well-being. And so it's just a timely topic to talk about anxiety. You know, our kids are dealing with anxiety, I think, like never before. And I remember all kinds of things going up in school, but I don't remember the flavor of what our kids deal with today. It's just different. The flavor is different. And when the Bible talks about anxiety, it's always uses the same Greek word, whether it's